The singularity of a black hole is the greatest mystery known to date. The only way to truly know what it is would be to look inside the black hole itself. But if we did, we would die before being able to transmit any message. Or so we thought. Because yes, it might actually be possible to survive the singularity and uncover the great secret that the universe refuses to reveal to us. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a mystery of the cosmos, and support the video with a like. To understand if there is a way out, we first need to comprehend what exactly the singularity is. According to general relativity, when a massive star collapses, it accumulates so much mass that gravity becomes unstoppable, and nothing can hold it back. Matter is compressed tighter and tighter, far surpassing the density of even atoms. Eventually, all that mass becomes confined to a point of zero volume at the center of this phenomenon, a place where density becomes infinite, and the curvature of space-time is so extreme that the very fabric of reality tears apart. This is the singularity. It is literally the heart of a black hole, a point where when and where lose all meaning. Imagine falling toward a supermassive black hole, like the one residing at the center of our galaxy, Sagittarius A star. Because it is so massive, the tidal forces at the event horizon are gentle. You could cross the point of no return without even realizing it. But once inside, time takes on a terrifying property. It becomes a spatial direction, just like a river or a highway. In the same way that you cannot avoid moving into the future here on Earth, inside the event horizon, you cannot avoid moving toward the singularity. Trying to avoid it would be like trying to stop Monday from coming after Sunday. It is your only possible future. However, this is where science starts to get weird. The traditional view of the singularity as a crushing point comes from the Schwarzschild model, which describes static, non-rotating black holes. But in the real universe, almost everything spins. Rotating black holes, known as Kerr black holes, are much more complex and, interestingly enough, far more encouraging for theoretical survival. In a Kerr black hole, the rotation prevents the singularity from being a single point. Instead, it forms a ring singularity. This is where science meets some fascinating possibilities. Mathematically, it is possible to approach a ring singularity without being annihilated by its infinite density. You could, in theory, pass right through the center of the ring. But where would you go? Upon crossing the center of a Kerr singularity, Einstein's equations show that you would enter a region of negative radius. This doesn't make much sense to us, as we cannot comprehend something with a negative radius. It's like saying something is minus 2 meters long, or that a ball is minus 30 centimeters wide. Has it inflated inwards? Many physicists interpret this as a bridge to another place or time, an Einstein-Rosen bridge, or more commonly known as a wormhole. In other words, supposedly, that negative distance would actually be a positive distance, but on the other side of the black hole. Well, before claiming victory, we must face the brick wall of quantum physics. The big problem with singularities is that they are the battlefield where general relativity and quantum mechanics go to war. Einstein says that matter compresses to infinity, meaning it can shrink and contract without limit, getting smaller and smaller forever. But quantum mechanics tells us that nothing can be smaller than the Planck length. This contradiction suggests that singularities might not even be real, but rather an error in our equations. If we apply loop quantum gravity, the singularity vanishes and is replaced by something called a quantum bounce. Instead of an ultimate point of infinite density, the collapsing star reaches a maximum density limit and then bounces back, expanding outward. For an outside observer, this process would take trillions of years due to time dilation caused by the immense gravity. This means that from Earth, we would see it happening in super slow motion. But for you, inside the black hole, the bounce happens in a fraction of a second. This process could give rise to what cosmologists call baby universes. You would survive and become the very first inhabitant of a new universe, just born from the total collapse of a previous black hole. Another fascinating theory that would allow your survival is the existence of white holes. If a black hole is a region where nothing can escape because its gravity pulls everything inside, a white hole is its exact symmetric opposite. a region where nothing can enter and everything must be expelled. Some physics models suggest that the singularity is simply a phase transition, the gateway between the two. You enter through the black hole in the past and get spat out by a white hole in the future. You could appear anywhere, or even in another universe. In this scenario, the singularity is not the end, but a revolving door transporting you at an unimaginable speed. But what about your physical body? This is where the famous information paradox comes in. Stephen Hawking discovered that black holes slowly evaporate. If the information of who you are falls into the singularity and the black hole disappears, that information would be lost forever, something strictly forbidden by the fundamental laws of quantum mechanics. This has led to the theory of the holographic principle. This principle suggests that maybe you never actually reach the singularity. Perhaps as you interact with the horizon, your information becomes encoded on the black hole's surface, like a 2D drawing on a piece of paper, while your 3D perception keeps falling toward the center. In a way, you would survive as pure data, stored in the universe's memory. To conclude, we must be honest. With our current understanding of biology, a human being would be ripped apart before ever being able to test these theories. But science isn't about what we can do today. It's about understanding what the laws of nature allow. And the laws of nature tell us that the singularity doesn't have to be the end. The mathematics suggest that the inside of a black hole holds the ultimate answer of the cosmos, a place where universes are born, where time reverses, and where space bends until it breaks. Doesn't that sound familiar? If we managed to survive the singularity, we wouldn't just be surviving gravity. We would be playing God. Would you be willing to go and find out for yourself? Thank you for staying with us on this terrifying journey. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe as we upload mysteries of the universe every week and leave a like.